What's going on, guys? I'm Bill and welcome to Bill's How To. Today I'm going to be showing you guys step by step how to paint a door. Let's get straight into it, guys. Let's do this. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be showing you step by step how to paint a new door. We've got a brand new door here that's just been replaced. You can paint it either hung on the door jamb still, or you can take it off and paint it like that. Different ways to do it depending on the project. In this particular case, I'm going to be removing the door off the hinges. I'm going to paint just the back side. Once that's dry, I'm going to hang the door back up and then I'm going to paint both sides. So I'll show you guys also what kind of roller you need to use, different types of paint that you need to use. First thing I'm going to do is just quickly remove this door here. So I'll remove all these screws. So once the door's off, we can put it on its side. And this is a perfect time to quickly protect the floor in here that we're going to be working around, so we can take a little plastic drop sheet. And the reason why I use plastic ones is number one, they're cheap. Number two, they're very, very thin, so once the door's hung, it's not going to get in the way and obstruct anything or get any paint anywhere. Number two, they're disposable. So nice and cheap. I think it's literally about $1 or so for a drop sheet like this one here. And you can do about 3 doors out of the one. So we'll just quickly spread this one here out, and I like to tape it down. That way the wind's not going to blow anything and move it out of its place. And as I work on it or work around it, it's not going to affect the actual plastic from lifting up. Alright guys, so now we've got our door on the side and we've got our flooring here covered and protected. The paint that we're going to be using is this water-based enamel paint here. Now this one here is a low sheen. A lot of the newer properties have a low sheen. You can get a semi-gloss, full gloss, depending on what you're working with. And this one here is a water-based, so that means dry time is going to be probably about 30 to 40 minutes between coats. So that's one of the biggest benefits of water-based paint. And at the same time, wash up is nice and easy. So it's pretty easy to clean up with just water. If you're using an oil-based paint, you're looking at about 18 hours worth of dry time between coats, and cleanup is an absolute nightmare. I don't even bother cleaning them up. So we've got our roller and our tray. The roller itself that we're going to be using is this one right here. So it's a 4mm nap. What you want to look for is basically something with a very low nap. That's going to give you a nice smooth finish on your door, and it's not going to leave that stipple effect that you get on your walls. So making sure you've got a low nap. Easy way is just to get the roller itself, and then you can put the carrier and just slide that on top. And that's going to make the world of difference. Whether you're using oil base or water base, this little 4mm roller here works perfect every time. So we've got our door now. You notice that I took it off the hinges and put it on its side. I personally prefer to paint the edge where the hinges are while it's on its side. It's very, very quick to dry because it's a very thin coat and a small area. So I quickly give that 2 coats on the side rather than trying to work around the hinges and risk getting paint all over the hinges. That's my own personal preference. So I'm going to pour most of the paint in here, and I'll leave just a little bit in this tray or in this tin, and I'll just use that for my cutting in with the brush. So like I said, there's 1,000 different ways you can paint a door. There's not really, I wouldn't say a wrong way, but there's easier ways to do things. So what I'm showing you guys today is one of the easiest ways to do it. We'll start off by rolling the edge for our door. Alright, so take your roller and just give it a light roll over the top. The roller hasn't had a chance to absorb most of the paint yet, but all we want is a thin coat because we're going to go over this twice anyway. And you don't want to put it on too thick because then you'll get a little run mark going down the side of the door that you're going to have to lightly sand before you start painting the actual face of the door. So just a quick coat along the side, much easier than trying to work around the hinges. And you get a lot better coverage using a roller than you will using a brush. So we'll let this one here sit for probably about 10-20 minutes. Come back, give it one more coat, and then we can hang the door, and I'll show you guys how to paint the actual door. Once the first coat's dry, quickly go over the top again, give it your second coat, which should be your final coat. If you get a little run on the side like you've got here, just simply roll that over, making sure to get rid of those little beads that might have come up on the side. So once the second coat's dry, we can then hang up the door, and this is what it ends up looking like. So this way it completely avoids getting any paint on the hinges, and now we can paint the main section of the door. So when it comes time to paint the actual door, first thing we're going to do is cut into any of the areas where the roller won't be able to get nice and close. So you can see here on the back side of the hinges, we're going to cut in all the way along the edges, anywhere where the roller might struggle to get into, and down on the base. Now you might be thinking that painting a door is pretty simple and it's straightforward, and it is. However, with these doors here in particular, a flush door or a smooth door, anything that doesn't have any grain, texture or panels or decoration on them, this is one of the hardest doors to paint. And the reason for it is any imperfection that you have in your paintwork, you're going to see it straight away. So any hard edges, any little mess that's inside your paint, you're going to see it straight away. And this is the easiest way that I find to do it. So we'll quickly start off by cutting in the top and the bottom. Like I said, you can do this so many different ways, but this is the way that works for me. So getting right into that corner, anywhere that the roller can't get into. And we just want to cut that edge in. Being careful as much as you can not to touch the hinges. If you do get a bit of paint on the hinges, if you get a wet rag and clean that off straight away, that'll be fine to just continue on. So this one here is just the first coat. And also with your doors, if it's already a door that's been painted previously, you don't need a primer, so you can put the paint straight over the top. With any other new type of wood or furniture or anything else that you're painting, you want to try put a primer on there just to make sure you've got maximum adhesion. These doors here come pre-primed, so we don't need to put a primer on first. You can buy a paint and primer all in one, which will save you time as well. Costs a little bit extra, but definitely worth it if you've got a raw door or a door that hasn't been pre-primed. So once again, down here on the edge, down on the bottom, depending on where you live and the location of the door, you might need to also seal the top and the bottom edges of the door. So I mean right on top here and on the base. That's just to prevent any moisture from going in. So if you're working on an exterior door or an external door, a door in a bathroom, anywhere where there's going to be moisture, you should always seal the top and the bottom of the door to prevent that from absorbing the moisture. Now when it comes time to paint working sections, so just put the paint on. Don't be too concerned about your finish just yet. All we're doing for now is just getting that paint on there. Get as close as you can to that edge. Open up the door a little bit, that'll give you a little bit more access right here. And with painting, you can go in any direction. Always best to go in one direction. As long as you lay everything off and get it all nice and smooth, it won't be an issue. So you can see now, if you come in nice and close, you'll be able to see some run marks on the edges. So anywhere where there's a bit of excess paint, it's got a little run mark. If you don't feather that off or layer it all off, it's going to have a really ugly finish right at the end. So I'll show you guys a little trick to fix all of this. In the meantime, we just want to get paint on there. That's our main concern right now, just to get paint on. Down the bottom, run the roller as hard as you can down to the base. And then work your way back up. If you find that you're not getting much paint on there, don't try and stretch the paint so it's real thin. That's going to give you an issue with your drying. One section will dry quicker than the other and you won't be able to fix it. So just lay all the paint on like I've got there on the moment, or at the moment. Then what I do is I take the roller, start on one side and just lightly roll that all the way up. What that's doing is that's spreading the paint, laying it all flat so that you won't have any of those lines. Overlap your roll that you just did all the way up again, and it's very, very light pressure. We're not applying paint, we're just leveling everything off. All the way through. You can move over to the edge. Once again, this one here is taped off, so it's not really that big of a deal to get a bit of paint on the tape down the bottom or the masked off area. But you can use a brush, get that as low as you can. And And with this one here, we don't want to put any paint on there. So whatever paint's already in the roller, just use that, get it all the way down. That way nothing's going to ooze out to the side and give you an ugly little bead on the side of your door. So now we're just going to repeat the same process on this side here of the door. Cut it in, roll it all through, let it dry, and we'll come back and I'll give it a second coat in probably about 30 to 40 minutes. Once the first coat's completely dry, this is the finished product. We're now ready for our second coat. If you do, however, find any kind of debris or dust that's made its way into the paint, now's the time to fix it. So just get some 240 grit sandpaper or even 180 grit sandpaper. Give it a very, very light sand just to get rid of that dust particle, and then you're ready for your second coat. So I'm going to repeat the exact same process now. So we're going to repeat the exact same process for our second coat. Anywhere the roller is going to struggle to get into, use your brush. Then we're going to follow it through with the roller. Try and get as close as you can when you're using the roller to the edge. That way we're going to blend everything in. You won't see any brush marks. Once again, lay everything off. Make sure you don't have any lines, so just keep it nice and light. Repeat the same process on the front of the door, let it dry, and then we'll be ready to reinstall our lock. So once the second coat's dry, you can then install your door lock back on. Make sure everything locks and closes, functions as it should. We've got a nice even gap all the way around, and this little paint job here has come up absolutely perfect. No runs, no little edge marks from the edge of the roller, no excess paint. Everything's absolutely flawless. We've got no debris whatsoever in this paint, and that's the kind of finish you can get by following my steps. So the most important thing here is to use the brush around the edges, bring in the roller as close as you can so that you can get rid of the brush marks, and when you finish off applying your paint on the door, roll it as I did, nice and light from the bottom, working your way all the way up. That's going to get rid of any kind of lap marks or edge marks from the roller that you might have on your door. You're going to get a nice, flawless, consistent finish every single time. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. You've learned something new. As always, like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Bill. Thanks for watching Billshowto.